Evans Mills. Maybe you still hear the distant thunder of the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and maybe you thought it was gone forever. But it's back. Catch the red-hot racing excitement at the new Evans Mills International Speedway. Blacktop racing in the North Country is back with 4 racing classes that will blow your mind. Late model, legend, street stock, and pure stock. Gates open at noon. Race time is at 2 p.m. Sundays. $8 for adults, $5 for students, and $2 for kids. It's a 3/8-mile blacktop track adrenaline-pumping power party. It's Evans Mills Speedway, Route 11, Evans Mills, New York. It's fast.
350 small block motors in the cars. There is a claimant rule in this class. Green flag is out. Racing for the first time in 1997 at Evans Mills. The limited supers down the back straightaway, front row. Still trying to decide who's going to lead the field, and Tommy Jodway takes the early lead, and we've got trouble in turn 3. The yellow is out. The 16 of Bill Presley. A former competitor in this division, now racing in the Supermodified Class at Oswego, is here today as race director. Bob is to inform the drivers where they should be starting or restarting in case there's a question about that. Also to let them know if there is a yellow. Again, a limited racing career at Oswego, has done very, very well. He's vice president of the NOR organization this year. Green flag is out. Back racing. Tommy Jodway again takes off out front. Keith Gilliam not letting him get too far. Put Tommy on the clocks. Mike Bond running in third right now. Vern LeFave in fourth. Don Watson running in fifth, and the final qualifying position for the redraw right now is the number 9 of Jack Patrick. 15:44 for Tommy Jodway in the 73. 15:44, that's an average speed of 87.435 miles an hour. A couple of the cars in practice, and we got a spin in turn 3. Number 9 of Jack Patrick coming around. Patrick from Fulton. Raced karts for many years. Both had quite a lot of success. Now veterans of the limited division. Green flag is out. These cars do restart single file once there is a lap in. Tommy Jodway out front with a 73. Then it is Gilliam, Bond, LeFave, and Don Watson. The battle right now is for the 6th position. Bill Presley and Bob Rundell going at it. Remember, the top 6 will redraw, so you really want to finish up there if you can. Rundell on the outside now, racing Presley off the corner, and Bob Rundell in the number 33 takes over that 6th position. 15:31 for Tom Jodway in the 73. 15:31. Remember, these are 12-lap heat events. 15:22 that time for Jodway. Rundell in 6th, Presley hanging on to 7th. Tom Burnett in his first time in the limited running in 8th. Jack Patrick back there 9th. And another 15:22, Tommy Jodway starting to open up some ground now with that number 73. Keith Gilliam in the 87 and Mike Bond in the 81. Car length apart in 2nd and 3rd, respectively. Vern LeFave, his first time here in the limited, is right now running in 4th. Tommy Jodway running right around the 15:03 second mark in that number 73, but plenty fast enough to win as we come up on the halfway flags from starter Jimmy Yurden. 2 to go. Coming up on the white flag. Tommy Jodway about to pick himself up a win in the first of two limited super modified heats. It's Jodway, your winner, Gilliam in second, Bond in third. Lefebvre will finish fourth. Fifth to the 43 of Don Watson. And the final transfer position to the 33 of Bob Rundell. And Rundell in the 27, and starting on the outside of the fourth row, the one of Mark Van Leuven. Mark hails from Kingston, Ontario, the Hooters of Carousel Center, Budweiser sponsored machine. Green flag is out. Racing through turns 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway, the front row still side by side. Ryan Conium inching out front, but Bond staying right there. Animo Andy Jodway in the 0 right there third, waiting for lane to open up. Ed Watson running back there in fourth, and it is Jay Fuller and Justin Shea in the final transfer positions for the redraw. The rest of the field will fall in the way they finish in the heats. But the top 6 do redraw. And right now up front, Bond and Conium, fast and furious for first. It is a 3-car race, the 0 of Jodway, trying to find a lane to make a move in. Shea now on the inside of Fuller as they race for the number 5 spot down the back straightaway, and Justin Shea inches into that position in the 3:15.56 for Bond. He is your leader. Now Jodway battling with Conium for second, and Andy Jodway now takes over that spot. Ryan, the Rocket Conium, back to third. 15:44. Pitt Watson running in fourth, Shea in fifth, and it is Fuller in sixth with Van Leuven on the outside. Mark Van Leuven got a feature win last year at Oswego. And Van Leuven trying to take over that 6th position, and he does. Fuller at 7th, Star Madison running in 8th right now with the 82. Still a good battle up front is Jodway trying to find his way around the 11 of Bobby Bond. Bond, a former competitor at the Fulton Speedway. He and his brother Mike, street stock competitors who moved into the limited division a few years back, and they've both done very, very well for themselves. Now Jodway in the 0 tries to get underneath Bond out of turn number 2. Can't make it work. Meanwhile, Shea closing in on the 42 of Pitt Watson. 15:44 for the 11 of Bond. Now Andy Jodway up to the outside. Bond slides up and blocks the move. Shea now ducks underneath Watson as they go into turn number 3. 15:37, 87.8 miles an hour for your leader, Bobby Bond. Jodway and Conium second and third, battle for fourth between Watson and Shea, and Mark Van Leuven also closing in. Final time, white flag is out. Bond, your leader, Jodway right there second. We'll see if he can make a move out of turn number 4. The race to the line, it will be Bobby Bond getting the win. Conium. Jack Patrick, Jack in the 9 from Fulton, and Jay Fuller in the 32 from Bridgeport, and then Todd Barnett from Auburn in the 45. 35 laps, the green flag is out, and we are racing. Early lead goes to Vern Lefebvre, but here comes Ryan Conium. Ryan has been trying to win one of these races. Ryan here at Evans Mills, 2 strong runs last year with a 46, and he now leads lap number 1. Lefebvre running in second with a 97. Shea now racing Jodway for third. Jodway on the outside, Shea on the inside with a 27. Behind him, Keith Gilliam in the 87, and Bobby Rundell in the number 33. Conium opening up some ground now with a 46. The Rocket, Ryan Conium from Burlington, Ontario, Canada. Vern Lefebvre, a rookie in this division, running in second right now. Jodway third, Shea, Paris Industries 27, running in fourth, and right now a battle for fifth is being won by Keith Gilliam. He's got run down on the outside, Van Leuven and the 2 Bond brothers. Also there, 15:31, that time for Ryan Conium, 15.31 seconds. Jodway now underneath Bern Lefebvre. Lefebvre trying to hang on to that runner-up spot. Tommy Jodway wants it. Lefebvre doing an excellent job in his first time here at Evans Mills in the Limited. He's running in second. Jodway trying furiously to get to the inside but can't hold it. Shea back there fourth in the 27. Now here comes Jodway to the inside. Gilliam back there fifth. Then it is Van Leuven in sixth. A battle for seventh between Bobby Bond and the zero of Andy Jodway. And the ninth and 10th are Rundell and Mike Bond. Ryan Conium in the 46, continuing to run out front, and he is opening up a huge advantage. Now Jodway gets a run up of turn number 2. Tommy, the older of the two Jodway brothers, in the 73. Now change of position for second. Tom Jodway is taking over. Bern Lefebvre hanging on to third. Here comes Shea and Andy Jodway. The 46 of Ryan Conium right now is running away with this feature event. Let's see if Tommy Jodway can close some ground. Ryan setting a fast pace. That's a Don Whalen built machine. Whalen, a former modified competitor in the asphalt modified division. He's built several of these limiteds. 73, Tom Jodway in second. That is a Dayton chassis, and Bern Lefebvre and Justin Shea third and fourth, both driving chassis built by veteran car builder and owner Ray Hedger out of the Morrisville area. Ray's brother Randy, a consistent and longtime runner, one of the top shoes in the asphalt modified division. Ryan Conium out front, Jodway running in second, Lefebvre in third. Here comes Shea underneath out of turn number 2. Justin Shea in the number 27, trying to advance up into the third spot. Lefebvre on the outside, not giving any ground. Andy Jodway trying to move into fifth. With the zero as he's working on Keith Gilliam, then it's Van Leuven and Bond side by side. Ryan Conium approaching some slower cars, and Tommy Jodway is starting to close some ground. Shea takes over third, at least for the moment, with the number 27. Conium now starting to negotiate the lap traffic. Up to the outside by the 45 of Todd Burnett. 16 Presley next on Conium's list. Tommy Jodway trying to close ground in second. Justin Shea running a strong race in third. Fourth is Lefebvre. He's got Jodway to his outside. Lefebvre in the 97 running a great race. He is a rookie in this class, a former competitor on some of the dirt tracks of Central New York. But up front it's Ryan Conium. And trouble now on the Lefebvre number 97. A problem on that car. He's going to pick up the black flag. Bern Lefebvre. Well, what a tough break for Lefebvre, who was running so strong. Now, Andy Jodway up to the outside of Justin Shea, and Jodway now picks up the third spot. Shea back to fourth. Ryan Conium trying to get through the slower traffic. He's up to the outside of the 32 of Jay Fuller. We're halfway home now. 35 laps is the distance. Caution free so far, and Ryan Conium has taken advantage of that. Conium strong on the point. Tommy Jodway trying to close in second. Andy Jodway now up to third. Justin Shea in fourth. The 11 of Bobby Bond, I believe, is now up to fifth. Gilliam sixth in the 87. Van Leuven, Rundell, Mike Bond behind him. Out front, the Rocket, Ryan Conium in the 46. Second-year competitor. Started out as a kart racer. Very successful in karts and moved into an all-pro modified, similar to an IMCA car, ran in Canada. Had some success there as well, and then moved to the limited Supermodified division. 15:38 is the time for Ryan Conium. 15:38. The job, whoa! Problem And the 43 of Don Watson, Bond. And we've got a yellow. No, if he actually made contact with the 43 of Watson or not. That will be the first caution of the event at the Oswego Speedway in the limited super modified division. Mike did. Bob got the win, I believe, was picking up speed now, looking for the green flag off of turn 4. We are racing again, 12 laps left. This should be a shootout. Ryan Conium takes off, but he's got both Jodway's Bobby Bond and Justin Shea right behind him, along with Van Leuven, Gilliam, and now Rundell joining the fray. Whoa, and Ryan a little sideways off of turn number 4. The 0 of Andy Jodway looking to come by Big Brother Tom and take a shot at your leader, Ryan Conium. Right now, Ryan is strong on the point with a 46 so far. Tommy Jodway not able to make a move. It's Conium out front, Tommy Jodway in second. Andy Jodway now up to the outside, running in third. Let's see if Andy can make a move. Slowly creeping up on the outside of Tom and can't do it. Now Bond's gonna slide underneath. Bobby Bond in the 11, trying to move up a spot. Justin Shea back there 5th. In the 27, Mark Van Leuven in 6th, Gilliam in 7th, Rundell running in 8th. The 82 of Star Madison, I believe, is 9th with Pitt Watson 10th. 4-car battle for first. Remember, back in the fall, we had them cross 2 and 2. They were double file at the finish. We could see that again. Conium in the 46, running a little bit higher line out of the corner. May leave an opening for Jodway. Let's see what happens. Andy Jodway in the 0, trying to do it the hard way. Andy moves up to 2nd. Animal Andy Jodway. Now Andy slides up in the corner. Tom trying to come back underneath them. These two are brothers. Competed against each other in the karts and now in the limiteds. Ryan Conium continues to lead. Here comes Andy now looking to the inside as the laps tick down. Andy Jodway in the 0, 5 to go. Working lap 31 this time by. 35 is the distance. Conium in the 46, trying to hold that car down off of turn number 4, but is having a problem keeping it to the inside. Andy Jodway is seeing that and is trying his best to get underneath, but so far, Ryan's had enough to out-drag him into the corner. Bond continues to run forward, trying to get by Tommy Jodway for 3rd, and Justin Shea trying to hold out Van Leuven for 5th. Conium in the 46. Jodway to the inside, can't do it. 2 to go. It's 2 to go now. Here at Evans Mills, Bond charges to the outside of Tommy Jodway. Bobby Bond in the 11. Now Andy's going to try the top side. That didn't work. That time Conium held the line down low. One more lap. Here comes Andy on the outside. Andy Jodway in the 0. Up to the outside. Conium on the inside. We may see another 2x2 finish, folks. Up on turn number 4. This is it. Andy Jodway gets the win. Conium 2nd. Bond 3rd. Tommy Jodway 4th. I believe Shea held out Van Leuven for 6th. Gilliam. Bob.
Andy, congratulations. I tell you, you may have put just a little damper on Ryan's Father's Day, but he knows all about competition. That kind of stuff happens. You guys, I'm sure, fight it out week after week in Oswego, and you sure put a heck of a show on for the folks here today at Evans Mills.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. I'm here for the fans. I'm sure everybody else is. I guess I finished what I didn't finish last night at Oswego, but I guess I'd give this race to my dad, Father's Day. Took his own time to come out here to be with us.
Real nice. Actually, Andy, too, let's talk about some of your sponsors here real quick before we move on with the final event of the afternoon.
Well, we didn't pursue any sponsors this year because we didn't plan on racing until the week before, but I have one guy that helped us out real well. His name is Tom Collins. That's basically industrial construction, and I guess that's it.
Fantastic run here this afternoon. Once again, folks, big hand for Andy Jodway in the Limited Supers. Back to you.